The Everest Base Camp trek is one of the most popular hikes on the planet. It's filled with breathtaking mountains, daunting bridges, and lots of farm animals. It's a challenge. A few months ago, I completed the 2-week trek and it didn't go so well. I didn't pack the right gear, I didn't understand how altitude sickness worked, and I was just not physically prepared. So here's a video, so you can learn from my mistakes. Now, there were 2 pieces of gear I got wrong. The first was boots. You want to have an established pair of boots, otherwise you're going to get blisters and sores within a few days of hiking. I was 3 days up in the mountains, my feet were bleeding, and I couldn't find a way to bandage them properly. I didn't stop or turn back though, because I'm extremely stubborn, and it was fine. The other is an electrolyte mix, because you're working out a lot and sweating and you need to replenish those salts. And they sell them all along the trail. The problem is those ones taste terrible. And you're thinking, okay, so I'll deal with it. It's not a problem. But you also need to drink a lot of water on the trail because that helps with the altitude sickness. And that's really difficult if your electrolyte mix tastes really bad. So find one you like before you go and you should be fine. Now, I'd been to high altitudes before, specifically in Cuzco, Peru, and hiking to Machu Picchu, and it's about the same elevation. One thing I didn't understand though was how your body acclimatizes and why that's important, especially above 5,000 meters. Because all I heard was you had to take a day to acclimatize at 2 main points. I didn't know that you had to keep your body moving at those points. So what I thought were just 2 days off, you were supposed to keep moving, that way your body will actually adjust to the altitude. And that really became an issue in the last few days of the hike. My blood oxygen was 64%, and that's normally where they send people to the hospital on that trail. So make sure you acclimatize properly and you should be fine. There were old people passing me on the trail because they knew how to acclimatize. Now, the last thing is to be in good physical shape. And in general, I was. I just spent 2 weeks training Muay Thai for about 4 hours a day. The thing that hurt me the most was it was the burning season. So a lot of smog was blowing in from India and Burma, and it was just tearing at my lungs. And that really made a difference when the air was as thin as it was. So make sure you're in good physical shape, and if you're a smoker, then don't be, and you should be fine. So those were my 3 main mistakes on the trail. I had bad gear, I didn't understand altitude sickness, and I was not physically ready. So if you're doing the Everest Base Camp trek or another high altitude hike, make sure you don't fall into these traps like I did. Because I still completed the trek, but it was awful. So I'm taking a break to have some yak cheese. And in case you thought I was running out, I got a lot more.